Well, everyone, I'm going to be covering Genesis 15 today, and that is, again, another reinstated promise of God to Abram. And so God comes to Abram after the ordeal with the kings, after the fighting, after meeting Melchizedek and the king of Sodom, and he tells Abram that he is his shield and that his reward is great, or that God himself is his very great reward. It depends on your translation. Either way, the reward is great because God is in it. Um, so, upon hearing that, Abraham asks, okay, well, who will be my heir? Um, the only person I have is a servant whom I trust, basically. And God tells him that his heir will not be a servant, it will be a son. And then Abram continues to ask about how he's supposed to possess the land that God promised him. God takes him out to see the stars, and he tells him that his offspring will be as numerous or innumerable like the stars. And Abram believes him. And that's where it says that it is credited to him as righteousness. So Abram's righteousness is based on his faith in God, his belief that God is who he says he is and will do what he says he will do. And so afterwards, God ends up telling Abram to bring some animals to cut them in half. It was an ancient practice back in the day to basically cut covenant, is what it was. People would cut animals in half. They would walk through it together, discussing the terms of the covenant and laying a curse upon themselves if they did not keep the covenant. Well, after Abram does this, God puts him into a deep sleep, prophesies the future, tells him his promise again, and then he himself walks through the cut up animals. So it's unilateral. It's all dependent upon God, and since God cannot fail in his word, and since God cannot lie, it will come to pass. Everything that God promised to Abraham will come to pass. He will receive the land. His descendants will receive the land. He gives the boundaries of the land. He also speaks of the future Exodus, the fact that Abram's descendants will be sojourners in a land that's not theirs for about 4 generations, it says. So about 400 years, I guess, is how they're reckoning the generations there. And then they'll be led back out to take the land. And it says that one of the main reasons of this is that he is going to use Abram's descendants as a means of judgment against the people in the land. He says that their iniquity is not yet stored up,